Hi everybody, I just wanted to make a quick video since I'm not there today, just to give you an overview. I know this may be the first day that everyone is here, so I just wanted to give a quick overview of practice and kind of give you some structure for what to do. So first of all, if you see me looking down, I'm looking at the computer. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. So of course, welcome. Thank you for participating in Praise in Motion for Easter 2016. Just a quick summary. This ministry is created to allow us to freely worship God through the movement of our body. The main goal is for us to dissect meaningful songs and portray them in a way that allows people to visually understand the lyrics, especially to encourage them and to allow them to understand the story of the song, to open them up for worship in their own way. So of course, we want to be modest in our dress because we're in front of people, we're in the sanctuary. Of course, we want to honor that with our minds, our souls, and of course, our body, the way that we dress and the way that people see us. We don't want to be distracting. So we will talk about the dress and the items that we will wear later. Secondly, song choice is very important. We do know that there are many gospel artists, there's many gospel songs, but a lot of these songs, the lyrics may not be songs that we are able to minister because they may not have words that are effective for ministry in a sense when we talk about dancing. So we strive to use songs that are testimonial. They show people's experience, their experience with God, their trials and overcoming them by, seeking God's strength, God's wisdom. Also encouraging songs, and of course mainly those that tell a story so that we can take the congregation through the journey of the song, whether it be from being down in the dumps to triumph by keeping your faith, etc. But mainly we want to focus on the building block of our faith, which of course is Jesus and his resurrection power. So of course, being that we are getting ready to prepare for ministry during Easter, the song that we are using is They Didn't Know by Kurt Carr. It has been ministered many times before, but this is a very important song. Actually, Kurt Carr wrote this song for praise dancers. That was his inspiration, and he says, that God gave this song to him to be depicted so that people can see this flow, this experience of what Jesus went through in a snippet, of course, 5 to 6 minutes. So of course, this song is very detailed. It depicts what happens slightly prior to the crucifixion, mainly, Jesus coming down with the cross, the experience of him getting beaten, getting, yelled at, tortured, etc. And then, of course, his actual death, his burial, and his resurrection. So this is kind of a 6-minute snippet of, the basis of Christianity. Jesus died. If you believe that, then if you believe that he rose on the third day, of course you'll be saved. So that's why we want to go ahead and minister this. That's why it is so very important that as we're practicing and we're studying, that we keep our minds focused on that. That is the reason why we are ministering any song, really, is to show these stories, to allow people to come to Christ, and also, to allow people to revisit why they came to Christ, and just to keep that dedication to him throughout whatever they may be going on in their life. So, the Easter program is going to be Sunday, March 27th. It will be during the 10:30 a.m. worship. Now, this Easter program is kind of going to be similar to the ones that we've done before. However, this is actually going to be a bit different because it is a play, and it also includes a play within the play. So there's further details on the play that we can talk about later, but mainly for the dance, for the pieces of the play that concern the dance, there is going to be a mock Easter program within the play, and it's going to basically include an Easter church service, which will be speeches from the kids. That will be broken up by choir songs like a normal service, more speeches from the kids, and then the praise dance portion will be directly before the sermon. So it's really, really important that once we've taken time to learn, dissect, and perfect our dance, that we are very, very aware and very observant of what's going on during the program, so that we are prepared almost before we, or actually before we need to be out there, so that we do not be a hindrance to the program at all. And we'll have lots of practices to get that taken care of. And of course, we want things to run decently and in order. And of course, we want to prepare our hearts and our minds for that early, so that we kind of have ourselves together for that. But I appreciate we've always, as a whole, we've always been ready to do that. So I just kind of wanted to emphasize that, as this one is going to include a lot more people. So I just want to make sure that we remember that we need to be prepared. So this will be the first video. I'm kind of calling it the intro video. If you have any questions, of course, call me, text me anytime. So this other two videos will be specific to the dancers, and that will be called video 1. So I'd like for you guys to watch that after you have a chance to listen to the song. And then there'll be a video 2, and that will be specifically for the crucifiers and the men that are assisting Jesus as he is going down, the road of Calvary and going to be crucified, and those that are going to be playing the role of torturing him, etc. So I'll kind of go through the steps of what we need to do for that. But of course, there's lots of ways that those particular people can get their minds into their part. There are many videos on YouTube. Of course, The Passion of Christ is something very, very good to watch. But just wanting you to really play that role, that is very important, so that people understand. Not that we want to scare them or anything, but we want to be like a live video to make people feel like they are actually there, so that they can get that memory and just continue to keep that conviction, because that is kind of something that we need every day. We need to be reminded that, hey, we're not perfect. God did, take his son and send him here and put him on the cross, and he went through so much suffering, so much agony, just so that we can be saved for all of the things that we've done in the past, all of the things that we do in the future. So we really want people to see that. So that's why I feel like that part is really important. But that's about the end of it for this video. Again, there's 2 videos after this. One is just for the dancers, and the video 2 will be for those men that are assisting with the crucifixion, and also our minister that is doing the Jesus role. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your dedication. I appreciate your time, your prayer. And of course, when there's 1 or 2 gather in his name, everything will flourish. So we want to make sure our minds and our hearts are on one accord, and that we are all looking to do the same thing, which is just serve God, worship him. And once we do that and we open ourselves up for that, sky is the limit. All right, thank you.